In today's Money Watch, young Americans appear to be losing confidence in the job market. So a new poll finds only 43% of Americans ages 15 to 34 said it was a good time to find a job in 2025. That's compared to 64% of Americans 55 and older. This negativity among younger Americans, it's a major shift. Young adults have typically been more optimistic about their job prospects, right? I know I was. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to discuss. Jill, good morning. You're the perfect person to have here. I remember when I graduated, I was excited to go out, make money. There was optimism. Why are younger Americans feeling so negative?
This is a tough labor market. And by the way, the change has been pretty dramatic just in 2 years. So 2 years ago in this survey, we found that 70% of the young people were optimistic. Now it's 43%. What a huge drop. The labor market has gotten a lot tighter. It's become a much more difficult environment to break through. And I think it's also interesting is the contrast between those 55 and older, because what we know is that people 55 and older, if they're lucky enough to have a job, they seem to be staying in those jobs. So I feel bad for these kids. They are actually approaching a market that's very difficult.
All right, so according to the job search site Indeed, junior-level job postings fell 7% last year. Is this because of AI or something else to blame?
I think that there is a little bit of a mixed message here.
Okay.
So we know that companies are allowing people to kind of retire and not replace them. But we also know that those entry-level positions, instead of filling them with new people, some companies are choosing to pile more work on their existing employees. And I think what's really interesting about that is you can see it in different industries, consolidating industries, not media, for example.
Right.
There are a lot of people who are doing more, and maybe they're more productive because of AI. But this is a really seminal moment for this college class of 2026, because as they come in and they feel this anxiety, we have a new research from Monster, which said they are choosing job stability over job growth. This is something that's so different than the past. Because, again, like you said, Kelly, you have people who come out of school, they're excited, they're like, I want job growth.
It's all about climbing the ladder.
Right. Now it's, oh, my God, I want a safe job where I can make a living and pay off my student debt.
And speaking about places where there are safe jobs, it may not be where highly educated people want them, but there are jobs out there. And one of the things that you mentioned is that they are jobs that relate to humans.
Yes.
I would say hospitality,
sales, retail, anything where there's human connectivity. So if you are looking for a job, use those human skills and you actually access your network. You may not think you have a network, but every friend of a friend of a relative of a friend is a human being who can lift your resume out of the cycle and put it into the hands of someone who can make a hiring decisions. Use human contact. That is how people are getting jobs right now.
All right, Jill Schlesinger, thank you.